because I leaked it over Christmas because everyone will be on break, so they can't stop anything.
Exactly. Welcome back to another celebrity entertainment news from the YME channel. Today we're going to talk about the Miss Beautiful Queen Amerie. Y'all, after so many years, Amerie returned back to the music industry after Beyonce allegedly stole her fashion style, her music producer, and performer style. Now, this is allegedly, and I know some of y'all may not feel that way, but again, let's talk about it. We can all agree to disagree, which is fine, but let's state some facts here, because at the end of the day, I'm going to share with you why we believe that and why some of Amerie fans believe that.
I don't believe in a lot of conspiracy theories about Beyonce and all that bullshit, but I do know one thing about Beyonce. She stole Amerie's career, and I do believe that shit. When Amerie was getting big and whatnot, Beyonce had that same sound going towards her. I don't want to hear all that shit. Beyonce stole Amerie's career just like Jennifer Hope Lopez stole Ashanti's career. Jennifer Lopez can't even fucking sing. Ashanti and Amerie supposed to be big. Shit, I guess your name can't start with an A in this industry.
One thing I'm happy about, then we know this is Amerie weather here, so I'm glad Queen is back, and let's talk about it. Here's what I want you to understand. Amerie just disappeared just like that after Beyonce left her Destiny Child group, and then all of a sudden she went solo, and then here come Amerie's career just went right down the drain. We're gonna examine, right, of the receipt of Beyonce copy Amerie outfit, producer, performance style, down to her shoes that she's wearing. And I know y'all gonna say, oh, this is not true, but again, we want to think about it. Look into the logics of this, right? There's too much familiar between them, and then here come Amerie's career just flop. So let's talk about it, y'all. Although Amerie seems to be poised for the stardom in the midst of the early 2000s, let's take a look at it, y'all, because Amerie's career was thriving, right? And we know that Beyonce was in her Destiny Child group. And then in the 2000s, there was a mix of label turmoils, and we know how producers are. Anywhere the money is at, forget about it. Whether they was with you, it doesn't matter. As long as the money is good, they will drop you and move on to the next. So anyway, the creativity, the re-collaboration, the new passion that led Amerie to step away from the music industry just as her peer, most notable Beyonce, was ascending to global icon status and recreating her look. That was the strategy. She recreated her look, the sound, her performance style. So when her first album dropped, right, in 2002, Amerie was a fresh face from the crowd, and Destiny Child was there. And it served its purpose because we do love Beyonce, we do love Destiny Child, but its purpose as Beyonce launching pad for also her career was to redefine soul music in her own way. The queen of hip-hop soul, but Amerie carved her niche instantly with the hit Why Don't We Fall in Love? And we know that was a sultry up-tempo, was a mid-tempo song that showcased her vocal, her confidence, her swag, especially in the music video. We know she had a passion for it. I remember in that music video for Why Don't We Fall in Love, the focal point was Amerie walking through the streets with her short shorts, her red heels, and she was looking nice. We know that this was her style, right? We all knew this. And I'm not saying we all can't wear shorts and top, but if you observe and look between her and Beyonce, it is just too similar, right? And we know that when it comes down to these music artists, they do copy each other, they reiterate and they improve over time, so we know that. And so in most cases of the video, she wore the white tank top, blue denim short, and red heels, and she was just walking. Look, she just walking. This happened in 2002, and then in 2003, when Beyonce came out with her video for Crazy in Love, she literally wore almost the exact same outfit, y'all, right to the color, to the heels, the red heels, and she walk, just like Amerie. And I mean, it's nothing wrong with it, but just give credit. When credit is due to C, you should just give the credit, So while it could be a coincidence, if you will, that Beyonce wore the same look at Amerie in the first solo single, I don't think it was a coincidence. Beyonce used the same producer music also, which was Rich Harrison was the architect behind Amerie's, her very first debut. His label was written and produced by Richie Harrison, and he created his signature mid-tempo song and served as the album executive producer. And Amerie said, quote, "For some reason we had a very special chemistry, when she would work together with him, and great things happened." So we can tell that she loved the producer, not in a relationship, but just loved to work with him. Well, let's not forget the fact that when Jay-Z got with Beyonce, the money is there. We're not saying that Beyonce didn't have her money, but everything just came like a dominant energy force. And so when it comes down to the money, right, Amerie, upcoming, just started, of course, Rich Harrison is going to choose what's more valuable to him. And so dropping Amerie wasn't a big deal for him, but it was such a big deal to her because at the end of the day, Beyonce would have more control. Her money is up there, and so she can always recreate any style that she wants along with Jay-Z with their big project, right? And so the melody with the hard, high hit beats would move people, and they were right. Their collaboration laid the groundwork. And as a result of that, Amerie's signature sound with Rich Harrison at the helm as both writers and producer, Amerie writing and singing as well as her music showcase and duo in the perfect creativity sync. So Amerie as a solo artist, her thing was great, really great music. And for Beyonce to come now and to recreate the entire thing, and we felt like this put a stem on Amerie's career. After her first album in 2005, Amerie's sophomore album, Touch, produced the club staple One Thing, again produced by powerhouse producer Rich Harrison. And back then, in the paging of Vibes and a Billboard magazine, critiques couldn't really help but to compare Beyonce and Amerie, who had virtually the same sound at the same time. While Beyonce pop R&B, her style climbed the chart. Amerie's go-to inflection R&B won. Overall, we just feel like Beyonce stole her image, her career, and all of that good stuff. So Rich and Harrison fingerprint on both One Thing and Crazy in Love deepened the comparison between Beyonce and Amerie. They would laugh off questions about working with Rich Harrison. And as Amerie, she's a professional woman. She don't want to call up her name, so she's gonna, sidetrack it, not say much about it. But Beyonce's secret weapon saying, quote, we both wanted the raw kinetic energy in our track, but I think he gave each of us exactly what we needed. I mean, Beyonce had her hidden agenda, and all I can say, the sounds were exactly the same. The sounds, like a professional way of saying that Beyonce want the sound that Amerie had, and Beyonce paid Richardson for that sound, and she got all of it, right? And so money is the root of all. So when we think about it, money is the root of all evil, because wherever the money is at, that's where Richardson is going to be. Okay, so in a Revolt interview where she explained, quote, that there were so many artists who were trying to work with him, so he's going to work with the different artists. He's going to want to play some songs for me and his artists, and so forth and so on. I mean, Amerie, she understands the music industry, but nevertheless, Amerie, she's thriving. She's still doing her thing. But after 15, 16 years, now she came out with her new single. Let's watch this. I'm gonna be real. I'm a Beyonce fan and I'm an Amerie fan. I'm still here and still a fan of her to, you know, both of them, right? But I know that Amerie's signature sound, her voice, not just the production of her song, but her voice, she sings, you know, like an urgency that I have always enjoyed. You know, whenever we hear Amerie, we know summer is coming out. And she just has her own uniqueness to her that we honestly feel like Beyonce stole, you know. What overshadowed that to make people believe that Beyonce is doing her own thing? Because Beyonce's multiple skill set, and she knows how to intertwine every style and combine them as one. So then it would never look that way. But I honestly feel like, you know, Beyonce stole her career. But nevertheless, we know she's Amerie. She's an author. She has her own YouTube channel. She's a publisher, and she does great work. Also, after 16 years, she decided to come out with her new single. So go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna add it here in the description. And also, this is her new look. She looked absolutely beautiful. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and also to subscribe if you're brand new to this channel. Until then, we'll see you around. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.